Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last video, I made a huge announcement and told you all that I bought a house. But I realized that I showed you pictures of my house while construction was going on, so I definitely want to show you the outside and how it looks now. So when we moved in, which was about a couple months ago now, the house looked very different. We live in Texas, so the Texas heat has definitely done a number on my grass and my tree, so it looks a little bit different. But here is the inside. Very dull, very boring right now, and we are still getting used to just the way our house is and doing some renovations on the outside. Like, we did our solar panels and we're also going to have some gutters installed. So we haven't had enough time to really do the inside of the house yet, but that video will be coming very soon. Okay, so I had to make some coffee before I got started with this video, but in today's video, I'm going to be focused on my kitchen. Now, my kitchen's not dirty, it's not super messy, but I have a bunch of items on my counter that definitely just don't need to be there. Plus, I have some food left out from last night. So I'm going to give my kitchen a quick clean. It's not going to be a deep clean. I don't plan on doing that till the end or really the middle of the month, because I plan on doing a huge grocery store haul from HEB, so you'll definitely have to check out that video. But I do have to get some dishes done, like unloading the dishwasher and then getting some other ones washed, while I also have to take a peek into my fridge and look at any food that's been left over, expired, needs to be thrown out. I plan on washing those dishes as well. So as you can see, it is pretty clean. After doing the dishes, I am gonna take a look and just wipe down my stove. My oven's not too bad, but anytime I clean the kitchen, I definitely want to just give that a quick wipe because I know I'll be cooking again later tonight. Okay, so let me clarify something. I know I just told you all that I'm gonna use the dishwasher, but I am gonna wash my dishes first. And let me explain. As a kid, if you've watched my previous videos, I had explained that as a kid, we weren't used to using the dishwasher. My mom's kids were the dishwashers. We didn't use a dishwasher due to just saving money and energy, so we washed everything by hand. And I think I've just taken that into adulthood and washed the dishes by hand, even though I'm not trying to save money or my intent isn't to conserve energy. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things you take from your childhood and it just kind of sticks with you. But I always feel the need to wash the dishes before they go in the dishwasher. And on top of that, I don't fully trust the dishwasher. I've used it a couple times and sometimes I still see food residue on my silverware, or I see that it didn't quite get off the plates, and I'm not sure if it's because of the type of pots that I've been using, but I can't stand it. So I know that if I wash my dishes first before putting them in a dishwasher, I have a little bit more control as to how they come out. And I have a question for you all. Does anyone aside from me find cleaning to be therapeutic? I don't know. When I was younger, I hated cleaning, like majority of kids. And I hated doing dishes. I hated when it was my day to do the dishes. But as an adult, I find it more therapeutic to clean. It makes me feel so much better when I'm able to clean. Especially after a hard conversation or a rough night. I love to wake up really early, have the house quiet, have my coffee, and just begin cleaning. I don't know if it's just me or if other mamas also experience this, but I find it to be so therapeutic and calming when I can clean my house. So I ended up finding a couple dishes that had leftovers and they needed to be thrown out. So I am gonna grab those and get ready to wash those dishes. Okay, I have to mention this. My family gets kind of annoyed with me because I save food forever. One of my pet peeves is wasting food. I do not like it. And I think going back to childhood again, like there were times where it was really hard for us and we didn't always have access to food. So wasting food is just one of those things that I really don't like doing, and I try to prevent it as much as possible. But you know, sometimes life happens and you have to throw it out. So I definitely had to throw out some food before I can continue cleaning. So I had to make sure I cleaned all this Tupperware before I could continue. So earlier today, I ended up going fall decor shopping and I picked up these mugs. If you haven't checked out my last short, definitely check it out. There are so many stores that have some really nice fall decorations. And I had gone through a couple different stores in my last short. I went to Marshall's, Kirkland's, I think I even went to Dollar Tree and Big Lots, and I love the selection that they had. I ended up picking up these mugs from Kirkland's, and they're the same color as the coffee mugs that I already have, but they are a different style. I just wanted to give my kitchen a little something else. I plan on putting these coffee mugs on a hook and then hanging them next to my coffee pot. I thought they were really cute. So if you haven't gone fall decor shopping, definitely check out some stores. I love decorating for fall. It's not my favorite season, but I don't know, it's something about that apple cinnamon smell, the pumpkin smell. I love it. So definitely going to be decorating for fall, and I'll have a video out about that, so stay tuned. Okay, so take a look at my stove. It doesn't look that bad. The camera does a really good job of hiding things because I definitely can see some food residue, and it also looks a little greasy on my stove. So I've got to clean this up. I had just mixed some Mrs. Meyers and water for the solution and gave it a good spray. Now usually what I would do is spray something on a surface and I would leave it there just to make sure it gets a really good clean. I didn't do that this time because it really wasn't that dirty, so I ended up wiping it right up. If you use something else on your stove, or you have a stove similar to mine and you find that you have this really awesome trick or product, let me know. I am always here for it. I used Mrs. Meyers on my counters as well, and I did that at my last apartment. But if you know any other products that work better, please do let me know. I love YouTube just for this reason. I love to collaborate and see what other mamas are out there doing. So comment down below if you have any ideas or you have a suggestion, something I didn't try. Okay, so my next task was to clean the outside of my fridge. I cannot stand seeing fingerprints on my fridge. I love this fridge, and we got it the first week that we had moved into the house, but the fingerprints drive me nuts, and I knew that was going to be something I would have to compromise on. So I found myself having to wipe the outside of the fridge almost every day, and actually maybe a couple times a day. Let me know if you do the same. It just drives me crazy to see the fingerprints. In the area where the water comes out, I noticed that water, sometimes when my son is getting water will sit there and I don't want it to have spots, so I have to clean that part as well. I ended up using a stainless steel cleaner on majority of my fridge, but this particular part that I'm cleaning right now, I used a window cleaner just because I know that you could see in the inside of my fridge, so I wanted to use something different. Okay, so same as my fridge, my trash can also gets lots of fingerprints, and sometimes there's spills on the outside, you know, because kids. So I find myself wiping my trash can down a lot, and it's one of those things that drives me crazy as well, but I have to wipe it because if I see spills or I see fingerprints, I know it's just gonna drive me nuts. So I ended up ending with just sweeping, so I am gonna go ahead and end the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new and this was the first video you've seen, welcome, and I hope you stay. I have a lot more content ideas coming, so definitely stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one.